What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question, I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite ice type move? Now for me, I think my favorite ice type move is Ice Punch, even though I do like a few more such as Ice Beam and Blizzard. You know, those classic good old ice moves. But yeah, Ice Punch is my favorite. Leave your answers in the comments below and let's get started with the battle. What's up guys, Rampage here again, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we have an OU match against someone who goes by the name of Nintendothon101 that I found off of Smokin. We're both using rain teams. I wanted to use Meloetta because it's a pretty fun Pokemon to use whenever you can pull it off successfully. And my opponent's using Tornadus, that huge threat, and Mamoswine, so I gotta look out for those two. I see that my opponent has no spinner, so I'm going to lead off with my Fortress to try and set up my hazards as early as possible. So without further ado, let's get started with this battle. So like I said, I'm going to lead off with my Fortress just so I can try and set up my hazards as early as possible. And I saw that Mamoswine was in the lead spot for my opponent, so I'm thinking, okay, this is the perfect chance to set up my rocks and spikes and whatnot. So I'm just going to go for the stealth rocks, but my opponent's going to switch out, go out into Politoed. I'm not worried about this because I'm thinking I could take one Scald. Well, I know I can take one Scald because it's sturdy and I might be able to take it with at least half health, but my opponent's going to surprise me and go for the Hydro Pump. I know that it is common for Politoed to carry Hydro Pump because in fact mine is carrying Hydro Pump, but I thought this Politoed would go for Scald. So anyway, I'm going to go out into my Latias now. My opponent's going to predict that switch nicely and go for the Ice Beam, so now I know that this thing is not choiced in any way, shape, or form. And I believe I'm just going to switch out, go out into my, what is this, Cotton Candy, my own Politoed, because my opponent's Politoed shouldn't be able to hurt me at all, and I can just hit something with a Hydro Pump or a Surf or whatever I'm going to go for. Oh no, actually my opponent switched out into Scissor at the same time, so I don't know what I'm saying. But now I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump. Should be able to take out the Scissor pretty easily because it's the rain. I have max special attack for Timid Nature, and it's a strong water move. And I am able to take out the Scissor, so that's nice. Now my opponent's going to go out into a Chansey, and my opponent's running Chansey and Slowbro. Pretty bulky Pokemon, and that's going to just be annoying to get around. So I'm going to go out into my Mamoswine, not knowing if this thing's going to go for the Thunder Wave or the Toxic. Unfortunately, my opponent goes for the Toxic, so my Mamoswine survivability is about to be limited. But I'm just going to go for the Earthquake right here as my opponent goes out into a Slowbro. Not worried, because as you see, after Stealth Rocks and Spikes, Mamoswine easily 2 hits KOs this Slowbro with an Earthquake. I guess my opponent was predicting Superpower, but that's not what I went for. And now I'm pretty sure my opponent's going to switch, so I'm just going to go for the Icicle Crash as my opponent switches out into a Tornadus, and that's nice as well because now I'm able to get rid of this huge threat. Wasn't really worried about it though because I still had my Jirachi at a good amount of health. In fact, it was at full HP still, so I really wasn't worried about the Tornadus at all. And Mamoswine is just, you know, doing work right now. So now my opponent's going to go back out into the Slowbro, and I didn't know if Earthquake would take it out from right here, and I was fine with that as long as if I did die, I could just go out into my Meloetta, take that thing out with a Relic Song, and then completely transform and pretty much sweep the rest of her team. But I am able to take out the Slowbro, so I don't have to worry about that. And now my opponent's going to go out into her or his own Mamoswine and finish me off with an Ice Shard, and you know that's cool because I had to stay in because I think my opponent has up Stealth Rocks, or no, I don't think he or she does. But anyway, I'm going to go out into my Politoed now, take out this Mamoswine with a Surf, and that Mamoswine is not a problem anymore. So next, my opponent's going to bring out Chansey. I obviously can't do anything to this Chansey because it's freaking bulky as crap, so I'm going to go out into my Fortress as Death Father, I guess. I really don't know why I did that. I could have just went out into my Meloetta. I don't know. I guess I just went out into my Fortress as Death Father because it's not really going to be it's not really going to be useful anymore. It's not going to have any more use, and yeah, there's really no point in me having it. So I can go out into my Meloetta now and just go for the Relic Song. And I think I went out in the Fortress just to see if the thing would go for the Toxic or not, but it didn't. But now I'm out in my Meloetta freely. She or he, I don't even know what gender my opponent is. But it's going to go for the Toxic, and that's fine because I'm already transformed. I can just go for the Close Combat. If you wanted to Protect, you really couldn't do anything because you still would have had to lose something to a Close Combat. But anyway, I'm going to go for the Close Combat, take out the Chansey, and my opponent only has a Politoed left, and that thing sure as hell is not a problem to a Meloetta, because I already confirmed that it's not Scarf because he went for the Hydro Pump and the Ice Beam on consecutive turns. And I believe I'm just going to go for the return, just to see how much a return would do to a Politoed from that range of health. And it's going to be an easy OHKO. So that's the game. Meloetta is pretty fun whenever you get to use it. Strong as hell. Has pretty good stab with return and close combat. I run Relic Song, return, close combat, and Stone Edge with a naive nature, max speed, max attack. Pretty fun to use. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments, and I will see you guys in the near future. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And this is Rampage here, signing out. Peace.